9 holes left to decide a champion right here in Taupo, New Zealand. This is the 2026 Discraft Australasian Open presented by OTB Discs. I'm your host, Luke Humphries, joined in the booth by Mr. Nate Perkins. Second event of the Tour Down Under, brought to you guys by MVP. Wrapping up right here, Perk.
I'm sad. I'm sad that it's over.
It always happens too quick.
It's the last look we're getting at the Waikato River here on the banks of Spa Park.
Yeah.
Gonna miss the hot springs and gonna miss that blue water.
Crazy.
Hanging out with you guys, going and hiking and swimming.
The action is good, though. We got 4 guys within striking distance. Corey now 3 back. The entire card bogeyed hole 9 to shake things up a little bit. Confidence, we're going to have to find out where it's at now. Entering into this back 9, it starts with a very tricky hole. Guys got to get back on track. Aiden Scott, I think he's 5 strokes back. I'm going to say he's probably out of it, although we could see something happen from him on the chase card. Otherwise, action is right here. One of these guys is taking home the dub.
Yeah, 4 players within 3. If I recall, 10 had a pretty stiff headwind, making this tricky to keep it straight.
Ooh,
and Eli
got to get down.
Again with a hyzer miss. Not quite keeping him as flat as he would like.
Now it stays in, but they can get into tricky positions there, and we saw it 3 or 4 times on the front 9. The only shots that he did miss were just a little bit early and nose up out of the hand.
Paul going straighter eagle. No.
Whoa.
Really early. Fortunate to square the Mando tree up. It's still possible to get up and down.
No kidding. He's
essentially rethrowing the hole.
I was going to say, it's 379 feet. Now you can just switch those two. Still a par 3.
This is Levi's old school T-bird.
Ooh, that's good. Got to sit down,
Chill.
though. Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Circle's edge coming back for the bird.
Yeah, I love that.
Corey's 3 back. He finished the front 9 with 3 bogeys in a row. Let's see if he can collect himself.
Yeah,
Going
seemingly, I know, seemingly throwing better shots than the score provided. Unfortunately, that does happen in this game, and that's just part of it. Making the adjustment there, throwing a very good zone shot on a hole that nobody birdies with the zone. Yeah,
No one's really throwing tee shots with zones.
not as much. Ooh, this is good.
That's a great read by Paul with that tomb. He's been throwing that disc great this week.
Wow, fortunate for Eli to end up in this position here. That does look like the T-Bird 3 that he threw on hole 5 that I was questioning. That flipped up to flat. Even got a little nose down on hole 5. He controls that one typically very well.
There's another right side miss, Lou.
Wow.
I think that's the 3rd one of the day.
You're right.
A couple short misses.
All the same way.
Oh, and it cut through. This isn't happening.
That was a cut through. All right, now Paul. Looked like he was going to be losing a couple strokes to some people on the card, but no.
It's a good stick.
Able to get that par. Played 2 par 3s in the same hole. Count it. All right, so none of these guys are the 4 people that birdied this hole. I saw Jerm hit a bomb. Jackson Sullivan, Jacko, obviously. Got to shout that guy out. Ben Kroll and Calvin Gust also grabbing it. Ben Kroll. They have a Ben Kroll in New Zealand. We've got one of those in Minnesota.
We do.
That's funny.
He's a homie.
Yeah, this is Kroll with a C, so a little bit
I
different.
saw that spelling.
Hole
Looked weird.
11. It is, because we were used to the K. Hole 11. This one got aced twice within 12 minutes. That first round. It's the one you want to ring up. It's sitting right there. It's it feels like it should be simple, birdied every time, but the gap is tight, and there's a tree in the middle of the preferred lane. You really got to pick a side.
That was a zone from Eli. I believe this is Cayman from Paul.
Interesting.
His first time hitting the gap.
Yeah, that was
position.
That was on the early side, which I don't think people typically aim for.
Takapoo
great.
from Levi.
Wow.
Takapoo's like a kind of like a P2.
Yeah.
Beadless putter, a little bit of overstability.
That one was obviously a seasoned version. This is inside. It gets away with it. Wow. Okay. Some birdie looks, but
Continental swing.
yeah, the leader.
Where else are you guys going? Where's the Bloom?
The Bloom over there in Colorado, man. We're going to be playing mountain golf again in Bailey. Super stoked to be out there working with Dan McKercher, formerly with the DGPT. He's
all right.
Got some stuff in the works. And dude, we love mountain golf, filming it, playing it, being out there in Colorado. It's going to be awesome. Super excited to be at AGA Farms as well up there in Pennsylvania, which has a store of RPM baskets. If you guys are looking to hook up with one of those beautiful Helix 2s, OTB East, your exclusive source for that in the United States. So big thanks to them for being a part of this, and OTB in general, throwing down big time for New Zealand, creating a shipping network it's minimizing what you guys are paying. If you're from New Zealand, you could be paying about $3 a disc. No more paying 15 or 20 just to get something shipped here. OTB discs making an option for you, really keeping in mind the growth of the game in these other places.
That's huge. At this point in the round, the wind kind of dropped out for this lead card.
It looks like it.
Yeah.
All those little banners going different ways, very slowly. Eagle from Paul.
Bullseye.
Course
Great
plays,
ground play.
Course plays entirely different without wind.
I think there's a little bit of a psychological hump you have to get over when the wind isn't there, when we've had it for 5 competitive rounds in a row.
100%. Ooh, where is this going? It's a lot of pace, a lot of right. Okay. Outside the circle, might have a tree in its way. Those are like 2 or 3 foot wide trees too. Not small. Beautiful hole though. There's really just that one branch leaning down into the gap. It kind of forces people to go a little faster. I think we'd all go mid-range if it wasn't for that gap, but the fairway really works better at that height.
Yep.
That was a buzz from Corey. He's different. That's parked. This looks like the T-Bird 3 again.
Yep. Anthony Barella, Glow T-Bird 3. Needs it to drift.
Yeah, this could go OB.
Just over the log.
Yeah, that's
great.
great.
Distance. Pin high. 18
Checks up
feet.
very quickly. Came to a stop. Tree is a factor. Has to go straddle. Some more Kiwi on Kiwi love. We called one of those. Nice.
There's
Wow.
the classic stare down after you get a spit out.
Yeah.
And then you're just waiting for your next one to do something funny.
Yeah, Rick is famous for those. We just saw
Yeah, he is.
a star frame. For the woes that they had on hole 9, star framing hole 12 definitely makes up for it in my book. This is a very good birdie by all 4 of these gentlemen.
Oh.
They're all 4 still in it. This thing is all but wrapped up. 2 strokes separate the entire card. The action is here, and it's on scaffolding for hole 13, Perkins.
Yeah, I like what they've done here. Without the elevation, I can't see where you could create a hole from this piece of land. So really clever by the course designer.
Yeah, forces the double mando. You got the 2 late trees that force you to get your height right.
Yeah.
And then very fast green, you got to get your speed right.
Exactly. You can't just rip this. Another early shot from Paul, but he puts a little skosh of angle on it.
That may have saved him some OB.
I think it did.
Looked to be hooking up.
Levi going Kotuku here.
Yeah.
Needs to hit it hard.
Yeah, stable mid. He's going to have to toast it.
Maybe a little too much turn.
Perfect. Oh, dries up quick. We talked about it before our rounds, looking at that green patch of grass. If you're sliding in low on the right, you're not going to get the action that you're expecting. That just kind of ran out of speed.
It did.
His zone's going 1,000,000 feet today, so why not? Get it.
He's flipping the zone again.
Also slowing down, though. When it turns over,
Interesting.
it loses spin and elevation, making him dry up quick. You got to keep this thing on hyzer, I think, if you're going to throw that type of disc.
Eli's, is picking up the same mold, that T-Bird 3, and must be a little bit of a tailwind slamming those shots 3/4 of the way up.
I got slammed as well. I'm not going to lie. There could have been something coming through that. So we're going to have to see a big circle 2-putt if we want a birdie here. Gives us an opportunity to talk about the staff and what they've done to create such a fun environment here in Topaz. It's really a team effort. Ken, Steve, Henry, Andrew from the States. It's been, man, look at the intensity from Eli.
Really? You've never seen it before?
I don't think like this.
Yeah.
No. He fist bumped when he hit that thumber on 2.
Which we found out was a Draco thumber over the top, which is still right up there, OTB shot of the day for me.
Agreed.
For the round.
Agreed. Yeah, I don't typically see that from him.
Yeah, that's good shout-outs there, Luke. And I feel that someone asked me how this compares to a Disc Golf Pro Tour event in the United States. And for me, it's right up there with it.
Yeah.
I think that the scale is a bit smaller, but as far as the professionalism that they presented, it's right there.
Yeah.
Bend the reality of what a disc can be and discover Ultra Soft plastic. With its extreme flexibility and tackiness, Ultra Soft has the best grip and flex of any plastic Prodigy has ever made. Take on cold or wet weather with confidence behind every shot. We are excited to add 300 Ultra Soft to the lineup, which joins 400 and 500 Ultra Soft. Check out the entire collection today on ProdigyDisc.com or your local retailer.
Good stuff from our sponsors. Could not do this. Wouldn't be possible without them. Big thanks. Headed into a late double Mando. Super quick green. Out in the open, so the wind is a factor. But again, almost a little lull for these boys.
It is. It was calm. I walked up and watched the remainder of this round in person, and Paul had been using the wind to shape this. And he was kind of in between. Still goes with the straight Thunderbird.
Wow.
And that's going to be 22 feet for birdie. Yeah, that
playing this
flag's
one
not
good.
moving.
Yeah. This is the time you want to attack.
Those banners behind Levi aren't moving. T-Bird.
Wait.
And it's
Whoa.
going to betray him, Luke.
That late tip. Man,
Wow.
Hard to believe that didn't hit some wind.
It had to have touched something. He kind of raised his arms, wondering what happened. All of a sudden, the leader has missed the mandatory. Opportunity presents itself for Corey.
This is high. Didn't come down maybe, or came down fast and is right below. Leaves a tricky birdie putt, if so. Here's our other leader.
So this is Emperor for Levi. Excuse me, Eli. It's a tricky one to
It is.
mix up.
It is. Yeah, all the letters exist in Levi to create Eli. It's the same. I understand it. Corey, this is a birdie putt. Looks to have dropped down where he hit. Tricky one to run, and almost assuredly you have like 15, 20 coming back every time you miss this green. No matter your direction.
No. Just barely drops out.
We got the same thought. It's just a bit off all day. Few on the right. Now he's got it on the pole, and he's just a little low. Saw Bradley kind of have some troubles with the putting yesterday as these guys really, try and lock down a championship. These are the big pressure moments they play for and prepare for. Doesn't make it easier. Look at that birdie. To be able to leave yourself below the basket here, so nice. For a little 15-footer, that's the preferred angle. Is that where his drive landed?
Massive pickup. I mean,
Wow.
it was a committed shot, but it was a little fortunate.
Yeah.
It looked like it was hyzering off, and then it hits and curls to 18 feet.
Yeah.
But he was certainly going to make the Mando and
Yes.
have some kind of opportunity.
Yeah, without any trees present, that lands 70 feet from the basket.
Yep.
Great birdie. Nonetheless, Tall Paul and Eli pick it up, headed into 15, which is just a little position play to set up a very short approach. If you do the drive right, the second is very simple. Paul put a new Kenny 4-time glow rock in his bag for this.
He mentioned he was in between the eagle and this rock. There's a bit of headwind right up this tunnel.
I like the mid. I feel like that fairway will scoot left on you, catch out of bounds. You can't do this, though. Birdie's completely out of play.
It's a tough par from there.
Yeah, agreed. Looks to be a buzz.
Does it have enough distance? That's short. Birdie also out of question from there without maybe a tricky thumber through the inside.
And some good fortune.
Corey's been trusting this Kotuku. That's
Ooh.
too much hyzer. That's in trouble.
This ground is so fast. Can't be putting a disc on that angle out there. Lost the hat.
That's almost game over for Corey, in my eyes.
He'll have
Back.
to be perfect and fortunate with some help from the other guys. You're right. T-Bird keeping it low.
This also seems slightly shallow. I think you want another 30 feet to have the angle.
You do. Being that he's on that left side, he will have an opportunity, but he's going to have to force an anhyzer onto a lot of angle. Paul left merely pitching back to the normal spot you want to land a drive.
And that was beautiful. He took his time there. He was deliberate. And he found a gap, put it exactly where you need to get up and down for par.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, the one thing about going out of bounds left is you do have the best angle in. And this looks great. Oh, it's tight, though. Wow. What did I see there? Looked like it hit a tree.
It's hard to tell, but he's in C1, looking at a par. There's no up and down here, and he's actually going to put himself in a somewhat tricky spot. There's several pines to navigate over there.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll probably just slide a jump putt up eventually, I'd think, but it's not an easy spot to be. He did throw past the gap. Here we go.
Takapu turning, and it's wide, not going to find the gap. That was an opportunity to get within one.
Yeah, I mean, you got to pick up 2 strokes in the last 4 holes here. Which one's you going to do it on? It's got to happen now quick.
It's a good par save.
Levi's losing his opportunity here with about 100-footer. Tight gap to hit. Yeah, smart play from him.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought Levi was going to have, was those cluster of pines. And yeah, this is still tricky.
This is trickier than I thought it would be. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so Levi's got to pick up 2 in the last 3. Corey needs all of them and some help, most likely.
Yeah,
Paul
if he
Oman.
birdies out, yep.
Yeah. Just running through the scenarios. And Paul Oman, it's going to be one back, headed into the 2 gauntlet wooded holes here on the back nine.
And how difficult is 16 on paper, Luke? What's it looking like?
I mean, it's about a 300-foot hole, so it shouldn't be that difficult, but getting off the fairway creates an environment for a bogey, creates an environment for even a double in this pressure-packed situation. Putts are going to matter even more when you get done with this green. Ideally, something super steep on the hyzer flip up, going corkscrew down this middle. It can be done a variety of ways, though. Forehand can work. You can trust the ground play late. But, man, that gap, you got to hit it early.
5th most difficult hole.
5th? Okay.
0.4 over par.
Okay.
During this final round. Paul going KC Pro AVR.
Ooh, looked pretty good for a while. If it hit the ground on that line that it was on, it would have assuredly gotten another 50, 60 feet of. I think that's what he's telling that guy right there.
This is Nexus AVR for Eli.
Oh,
kisses off the tree.
No,
that's gonna find the circle.
Wow, hitting tree very early.
And you know what I feel the moment I see that is he's got the course karma. He's out there filming FPO for Go Throw.
Putting the work in.
You believe in course karma?
No, but I believe good things come to good people. I believe Eli's a good dude. He's trying to go trick disc, really. This is a P-Walk Waka from RPM. It's an amateur disc, and he uses it in a deep hyzer flip situation when typically you'd only see it for like rollers or something like that. And he was able to do insane stuff. You guys got to watch the skins. That's all I'll say about that. And I love you guys, all the AMs. You know that, right?
I do.
No, Paul.
Okay, that's going to be 22 feet for the par.
Yeah.
Well, Eli's looking at 30 feet for the birdie.
Yeah, and I think Paul might be even a little further, right? None of these guys making it easy on themselves. Bogey. Corey Ellis, emotion showed. Is a par putt now. Looking like a bogey from Levi. It's going to be a 2-stroke swing in Eli's favor if he can jam this putt.
Boom, that's in. Steps up. No problem. He's going to move to 13. Paul needs to hit this to stay 2 back with 2 to go.
Dude, my guy from Finland, Samui got to be loving this, throwing plate on the lead card action.
Oh, and he misses right. Can't believe it.
Dude.
Eli Swansen picks up 2 on the entire card.
I mean, this was a ball game, and now it's his to lose. 3 under in his last 5. He's put the pressure on him. He started out hot, 5 for 6. Now he's finishing hot. That's what you have to do to win. You also have to get fortunate, which he just did, and got fortunate on 14. It takes it all, man. You got to be putting good. You got to be throwing good. You got to get some fortune coming down the stretch if you're trying to beat some of the best golfers in the world 8,000 miles from your home country, headed into 17. Another gauntlet.
It is another gauntlet. It's playing a little easier than 16. It's the 11th hardest hole on the course, 0.24 strokes over par.
Yeah, I saw some guys just taking it real wide on that left gap. It's not a birdie play. It was basically just, I'm not trying to make a bogey play.
AVR inside and kicks left. It's not a great spot.
Interesting.
Paul kind of turned around and...
Yeah, we're going to need a 2-stroke swing.
He needs it. Going AVR again. Hyzer flip.
Come on.
just a
Last one to
little
beat.
early.
Last
Yeah,
one to beat.
It needed to be a little bit more understable, perhaps, to flip up and
Yep.
match the hallway.
Initial width and angle look good. Just need more flip. Corey, this is in jeopardy of missing the Mando. Oh, made the Mando. Has a putt. 5 back. He's going to need many, many gifts. That's the P-walk.
Get off that.
Oh, my goodness. Little too much hyzer on 16. Not enough there on 17. Just a tick off. And I mean, when you're going deep hyzer angles like that, it takes everything. You got to be exactly on.
So Eli goes thumber on 2, goes tomahawk here, nearly slides it into the circle. He's going to have a shallow C2 putt for the par.
Wow.
Paul must be thinking he needs to make this.
Come on. Ooh, right in front of it. Yeah, he's got to be thinking everybody needs to do everything they can now and hope that Eli continues making mistakes. They're going to need a missed putt here, a bad tee shot. Like, this is Eli's to lose. He's played fantastic the last 5 holes, really put these guys up against the wall. Crowd loves it.
Well, this would, I think, be Eli's first A-tier win. Certainly his biggest win ever, would you say?
Has to be. Yeah, he's had some amazing moments, a really long ace a few years ago that brought him a bunch of notoriety. But this here on Go Throw coverage, like we said, 8,000 miles from home, this is a monster moment here for Eli. And it'll be a bogey, so this thing is going to get tight headed into 18, the king of the 2-stroke swing, as we have an island green coming up. It's not over till it's over, folks.
Yeah, Eli's had some good career tournaments. I believe one of his best was Worlds this past year. I think he got maybe 24th at Worlds.
Wow, that's amazing.
And he, felt really proud of that. He's had some really solid rounds in Europe in general. I know that he really puts a lot of value on international travel. And we're kind of connecting on that.
Yeah, I mean, he makes a point to carry the European DGPT card.
Okay.
Like, most of the events he's played, I think, are over there.
Yeah, and I think he was mentioning that he would actually love to live in a country like Norway.
Wow. Somebody like that, comfortable being away from home, outside their element a little bit, definitely perfect situation for him. Hole 18, we described it, island green. Tall Paul, luckily, has the pressure point. He can put the good move on this one, get to a spot that then makes Eli think about it a little bit. That's the only chance he's got.
Here's some more overstable eagle. There was a little bit of left to right slowing it up, and that is perfect.
It is.
He's putting pressure on.
Yeah, if you carry it over that hill, land on the downslope, you're risking going out of bounds. What he did there is control it. Leaves a little bit longer of an approach, but never in jeopardy of going OB.
I was actually down there on the course watching this, Luke, and as Corey stepped up, it switched to a right to left way out in the fairway, and I don't feel like the players on the tee pad could feel it. Paul had the opposite wind.
Interesting.
And it's not going to matter here for Levi or Corey as they kind of just pull theirs into the tree.
Whoa, that landed on the angle like it was about to take off. All right, big tee shot.
All hyzer.
Deep hyzer.
This looks fast.
This is going to be
This is trouble.
Ooh,
That's the OB line.
My goodness,
And
that
it
is
just checks up.
inbounds.
I mean, I was standing down there and it looked like it was cooking past the OB line and just slowed up.
Oh, that speed, it carried it until the very last second, and then it was all gone and stopped inbounds. You couldn't drop it in a better spot.
No, you really couldn't. And again, we talk about the little breaks, but that is a committed shot by Eli in the moment.
That's a very aggressive line. Levi hits early, rolls back down. That's his third going OB, so now he's putting for bogey from the drop zone.
So Eli went Sagara off the tee on 18
I
too.
thought that's what
Just
that
the
was.
slightest bit of understability to it.
Corey almost crushes his hand on that tree, ends up right as well. He'll be headed to the drop zone. He'll have a par putt. Top ball.
Been throwing the tomb great all week.
Needs this to land. Has to put pressure on Eli.
Slight downhill run up. Heiser, but gently flipping up. That is huge.
Big time. Yeah, it's easy to fluff that downhill run up, to throw it a little low, not get that height and pop just right. And this lands safe. Eli takes home the dub.
This is an envy. It's a lot of Heiser.
Gotta chill. Gotta chill. This guy living on the edge.
That's a dub.
Wow, man. They don't come easy.
That is a huge win.
Landed next to out of bounds, a meter away. 2 shots in a row. And all he's got to do now is lay up and take it down. Beautiful putt from Levi. Not the final round he wanted after that smoking hot 6 under yesterday, jumping up from chase card. I really thought he had a chance to go back-to-back here in Topa. Not going to be the reality for him, but 2 more tournaments down here.
Yeah. And I think that putt from Corey was actually relevant to tie Levi for 3rd place.
Wow. Levi made the drop zone to put the pressure on him.
Yeah, Corey's going to finish in 4th.
And this man right here,
Our guy.
your current reigning, defending MP40 world champion, got all the game, showing it off right here. Only bested by one guy who played the best tournament of his life.
Sure did. And if you're not inspired by a guy like Paul Oman, 41 years old, coming out here and beating New Zealand's best and beating a previous major champion in Corey Ellis by 4 strokes.
Yeah.
And then this is also inspiring, Luke. I mean, Eli Swansen is waking up, filming FPO T-Cam for Go Throw.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is our great pleasure to introduce to you your 2026 Discraft Australasian Open, presented by OTB Discs, champion in the MPO division. He's here for the 2nd year in a row and eclipses his first MVP Discs Tour Down Under victory. It's Eli Swansen. Awesome.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Eli. Thank you guys so much.
Eli, mate, this is bittersweet. 2 years here in New Zealand, your 2nd year returning. Carded a win here. This, I think, might be one of the biggest victories of your career. And it's a young career at that. You've got a long way to go. But look, talk us through the day out here at Spa Park, having to chase down formidable competition and Levi Stout, Tall Paul Oman, and Corey Ellis.
It was crazy out there. I mean, we expected a lot of wind today, and we got it to a point, but it kind of felt like it sort of died down a little bit through the middle of the round, and it was easier to play shots, and I just felt like I could commit to the lines I had practiced, and to get off to a hot start was really key, and we all kind of got off to a hot start, so it was a fun battle with everybody. I mean, those are 3 of the best competitors I've ever played with. They're fantastic people on and off the course, so just super grateful to them and the whole TDU and Australasian Open teams. It means the world, really. Thank you.
Some people would call this an underdog win, but we know here in New Zealand that you've got bite to your game and have done so for some time. Eli, what does this mean to you to win here in New Zealand as you go into a huge season again on the Disc Golf Pro Tour this year?
It couldn't mean more. I think international travel has been super big for me, and it's very emotional because there's so many great people abroad, and I want to be a champion for the people of those areas, and I want to showcase those people as well. It's so great to be here, and just huge thank you to New Zealand, and you're welcoming me into your home, and it just means the world to win to win my first date here in this country and just abroad. It's incredible.
think that is a resounding agreement with the crowd there that you are indeed the people's champion here at the 2026 Discraft Australasian Open presented by OTB Disc. Eli, congrats. What a win, what a day, and what a week here in Taupo. And we look forward to rolling on with the tour next week in Auckland. Again for our champion, Eli.
Awesome. I can't believe it.
I can't either. I can't either.
Cool.
Thank you very much, everybody. What a fantastic week. We're going to kick off our prize giving in just a moment.
Well,
There you have it.
can't say enough good things about Eli Swansen. What a moment for him. And honestly, the Australasian title is only going to get more and more coveted.
Yeah.
And this field was deep.
Yeah.
It's a good win.
Yep.
And we had 3 days of just gauntlet wind out here at Spa Park.
Again.
He showed up, and 12 under par is what it took.
Yeah, fantastic play from him, as well as Tall Paul. Levi left his heart out there, and Corey Ellis doing the same. All of these guys have 2 more chances to take down some events down here in New Zealand. We've got Auckland next week, and then we got a week off, and then we're going down to Christchurch. So more action coming your way, guys. Get subscribed, hit that like button, ring the bell so you don't miss out, as they say.
This was an honor, Luke. One more thanks to MVP Disc Sports for their belief in Henry Pearson right there, the smoothest man on the mic,
Honestly.
really. Yeah, this tour is going places. It's really special to be here for my 4th year in a row. And, the first year I arrived, there was no tour. There were a few events scattered across the country. And now what Henry and Simon and TDU and all these volunteers have built is memorable, but it wouldn't be possible without you, Bobby, Gabe, Chris, Conrad, and even Eli filming out here. I mean,
100%.
I just don't think that people really understand the work and the sacrifice that goes into making a YouTube production like this, especially to push it out the next day. Always blows my mind. And yeah, I think, disc golf is just charming that way.
Amazing. Yeah, and we've watched it grow. That's one of the best parts about traveling around the world is watching these places develop, watching the youngsters come out and the groups get bigger, the community greatens. And we thank you guys for being with us. For Nate Perkins, I'm Luke Humphries. That has been the 2026 Discraft Australasian Open presented by OTB Discs. Until next time, we'll catch you right here on Go Throw.